far left, far side.
How's your camping going so far?
It's been good. Obviously, again, a great turnout, and got a ton of volunteers here, so kids seem to be enjoying themselves. I think it's gone well so far. So it's midweek, and hopefully we can kind of keep it going.
Can you talk a little bit about, since the last Cup, you've also captained Olympic teams and Canadian team. How does this sort of differ, feel the same? Second Cup, bigger deal to you?
I think you appreciate it more. I think that, having gone seasons where you fall up short and there's high expectations, I think this year it's kind of a different season the way it went, kind of the story of, kind of two teams really. So I think that, having gone through those things in the past, I probably appreciate it more.
What's it like coming back to Nova Scotia this time around with the Stanley Cup designation? Is it different this time?
I think other than people kind of being really excited and wanting to know when the cup's coming, I think that it feels just like home. I mean, just like when you come back every year. But I think that there seems to be a little more excitement with knowing that the cup's coming back, and people are happy with the run and excited for it. So I think you can definitely feel that coming home.
Are you getting any downtime this summer? Are you going to be able to have spare time, or are you going to be training?
I started this week, so it's a pretty short summer. That's a challenge, I think, for going deep into the playoffs. You've got to find a way to kind of manage the work and rest at the same time. So with the World Cup being right around the corner, it'll be a busy summer, but I feel like a big part of why I come home is just you get that feel, you relax, even though you're training, things like that. You're around friends and family, and you get away from things a little bit. And I think that's definitely important.
While you were away as well, council was considering naming possibly Cold Harbor Place. So yeah, what's your opinion on all of that?
Well, I think it's a compliment. I'm flattered by it. I think that that's up to other people. It's when I think of Forest Hill Parkway or all those things, that's the way I remember it. But it may be different for others. And like I said, it's a compliment. I'm honored by it, but have no expectation with either way.
Why is it important for you to come out and share some time with these kids on the ice, teach them some skills?
Well, I have great memories of going to hockey camps, and regardless of whether you go on to play in NHL or even continue to play hockey next year, I think it's a great opportunity for kids to come out and meet other kids. Learn a little bit about the game, but all the things that are great about it. And I think that a big part of the camp is just being active and playing all kinds of sports. So hockey's kind of the main focus for obvious reasons, but I think that the feel is just to be active and try to have a great week and have as much fun as we can. So I think just kind of opening that up to kids and trying to make sure that they just have a great experience with it.
Have you had any particularly special moments out there with some of the kids this week so far?
I think just every time you're on the ice, you see the energy. You can feel it out there. You see how excited the kids are, and I think the biggest thing is just I've had a chance to meet 3 out of the 4 groups, and from doing that, you see just where everyone's from, and there's kids from all over here, and I think that's pretty neat. Going to camps myself, I can remember meeting friends and having that experience. But I mean, these kids are kids from Europe, all over the U.S., and you have kids right here from Cold Harbor. So I think that, with that said, that tells you kind of what kind of experience they're going to have, and hopefully the camp's kind of reached a lot of different areas.
What's it like for you to be home?
It's nice. Just feels right. I think that just being home, being around friends and family. Like I said, regardless of how busy you are, when you're here, I think it just it just for whatever reason you just feel comfortable and you just feel relaxed. So that's what why I come back every summer, and it's exciting to see everyone. Like I said, with having won, there's a little bit more excitement too, which makes it a lot of fun.
You get the cup for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
2 days. Okay. So what else will you and Stanley Cup be doing in Nova Scotia besides the parade?
We got a lot of things planned. I don't know if I want to necessarily go into details, but we'll have a lot of things planned. We'll try to. The biggest thing is you want to enjoy it. It's going to go by quick, but you try to get it to as many people as possible and let as many people enjoy it because for me that's kind of one of the best parts, just seeing the reaction on people's faces. A lot of times people who don't necessarily expect to see it, sometimes that's kind of the best part about it. So yeah, there'll be a busy schedule, but there's lots on it. So
You installed a house here?
Yep.
Okay, so you got the cup at your house and you got people over and there it is.
Yep, that's part of it. At some point over those 2 days, that'll be part of it for sure. Yeah.
I can ask you some questions about the World Cup.
Sure.
Okay. So this is a team pretty similar to the Sochi team, but do you think it's going to have that same passion as that Olympic team did?
I would think. I mean, I think that passion is usually something that just comes along with wearing the Team Canada jersey. So regardless of when or where, I think that's something that's a given. So yeah, absolutely, I think that'll be the case.
And how does the team compare with the Sochi team? The similarities.
We'll have to see. I mean, I thought the biggest thing in Russia was that we got better as the tournament went along, and a short-term event like that's really important. So we'll have to see. We'll have to find our own identity pretty quickly, but I would think that any team that's going to have success over that month or so is going to have to get better and improve, and it's only one game kind of scenario, so you need to execute pretty well.
What can we expect this year different at the parade from the last one?
The parade here on Saturday?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably a little shorter. The route's a little shorter, yeah. But other than that, I would expect to be pretty similar. Been through it once, so I'm hoping it's a great turnout. I know last time was, so I know that people are excited from the people I've talked to. So it's pretty special to be bringing it all the way through here and down to the rink. It's really nice. So I'm expecting it to be a lot of fun.
Est-ce que je peux vous demander quelques mots en français pour vos fans francophones?
C'est pas facile. C'est pas facile. Peut-être après, mais c'est pas facile pour moi en français.
What makes this Stanley Cup win and this weekend celebration different than in 2009 for you?
You know what? It's pretty similar, to be honest. I mean, the best part is just being able to share with people. There's so many people who have a hand in you winning and playing in NHL and being part of it. Your teammates and your coaches, the whole organization. And then there's people outside of that who've impacted you along your hockey career. Whether it's coaches or guys you grew up playing with, guys who shared the same dream of winning the Stanley Cup too. And I think the fun part is sharing it with all those people. And some of my buddies, they didn't necessarily win it, but I think that's the closest they can get is kind of going through that experience. And I think that's really what means a lot, is being able to share with everyone. So I would expect to be pretty similar. And like I said, just being able to bring it home and reach as many people as possible. That's kind of the goal.
Without giving too much away to Sabina Montu, was there something in 2009 after the fact that you're like, oh, I wish I had done this with it now that you have the chance, or what that might be?
There wasn't one specific thing. I was pretty happy with what I did in those 2 days, to be honest with you. I couldn't believe I squeezed that much in 2 days, so I didn't know there was enough time to get that much in. I think, if anything, I went to bed pretty early on the first night because I got the cup early. I had a really early morning starting out the next day, and I told myself I'm not going to go to bed that early next time. So I'm going to find a way to get through those 2 days with as least sleep as possible. So I'm going to enjoy it. And, I've said before, going back to 2009, I think that, we thought it was going to be an annual thing. So I think that, this time I appreciate it a little more, and I'll make sure that I spend every second I possibly can with it.
Well, you mentioned that you appreciate it more. Like after you went through all that stuff with the concussion, right? Was there a point when you were going through that where you thought maybe I won't get back, and this maybe feels a little bit more like relief or something?
Yeah, I mean, the concussion's just part of it. I mean, that's, when I think you're going through the concussion, you're more thinking about, am I going to play? The Stanley Cup's the last thing on your mind, I think, when you're going through that. So I think it was more or less just, when and, kind of how I was going to feel when I did get back. And then I think when you're talking about winning in the end, coming up short those years where the expectations are high and, everybody talking about need to change this, need to change that, and, does the core need to change? And, there's always those questions, right? So winning kind of answers all those. And, I think the biggest thing is just, being able to be rewarded for all your hard work, but also knowing that it wasn't easy to get there, and there was some tough roads before that.
At times this year, the Penguins didn't look as strong as some teams in the past year.
Mm-hmm.
What does it take to win a cup?
A lot of things. I mean, obviously you need to have a great team, but you need some bounces, you need some luck, and you need to stay healthy. I mean, there's so many things that go into it. You need everyone playing at their best at the right time, and I look back at those other years. We had really good teams. We had guys who played really well. We might not have had maybe the bounces. We probably weren't as healthy each year. But yeah, if you deserve it, and I think at the end of the day, do the right things. Usually you find a way to come out on top, and we did that. We scored the big goals when we needed them. We got huge contributions from everybody, and it was what we needed to win in the end. But there's very little separation from year to year, to be honest.
It's interesting. It's almost like you're how old are you now?
28.
28. As you get a little older, you know that another year isn't you're going to necessarily be back to back. That's what I'm hearing from you. The things.
Yeah.
It's special because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'd love to be back. I mean, it's not too easy. You don't see too many teams do it. We were able to do it in 08, 09, and it's a really tough road, especially when you're talking about World Cup right around the corner and a lot of hockey to be played. It's going to be a challenge, but like you said, I think you do understand that it's tough to get there, and it's something that you definitely try to take in as much as you can when you do win it.
How much do you have to be aware of? Everybody talks about it every year, the Stanley Cup hangover. I mean, how much of that do you actually have to be aware of come October?
You definitely do. Especially with a short off season and with the league being so competitive, I think that's something that you're aware of. I think the fact that you do go so far and you build that trust amongst your group, I think there's advantages to that too going into the start of the year as far as everyone understanding their role, and there's not as much guesswork at the start of the season. Whereas if you had a lot of turnover, that seems to be kind of the case sometimes. So I think it can help you, but at the same time, like you said, there's going to be a good balance there. You've got to enjoy it, but also understand that every single team wants to beat you next year.
Any special guests coming this weekend that you can give away yet?
Just family and friends, nothing. I mean, nobody. I don't think anybody that would really jump out at anybody. I think.
What are you looking forward to about the celebration itself?
Just sharing it with everybody, friends and family that have, like I said, been there and supported me. Whether it's your parents who have been there since day one, or friends that you play with growing up, friends I grew up around here with. Just everyone that's kind of been a part of it. It's special to share with them.
Speaking of parents, with the camp, do you speak with parents that are here? Just like as a group kind of thing?
I know that there's certain sessions and seminars and stuff that they can go to, but me specifically, I haven't. No.
Since 09, you've launched the foundation, obviously this camp, but you're only 28. Are you thinking about your legacy yet, or is that still to come?
Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of go year by year, and I think that as a hockey player, as an athlete, you're trying to improve and get better every year, and work on things, and And I think as far as, the off-ice things, whether it's the foundation or different things you want to be involved in, things kind of just progress and develop, and you kind of find your way a little bit. But yeah, I think that's kind of a year-to-year thing, but definitely with the foundation, with this camp, as far as the off-ice things are considered, I think that it's gotten a little bit easier, and you find a little more direction, what you like and what you're passionate about. And yeah, that's an important thing given the position that we're in.
Do you plan to do anything funny with the cup, like pour beer in it or something like that?
Yeah, I thought that was automatic. I didn't think that was.
What's your favorite thing to say?
I haven't, but you know what? A lot of those things just kind of, they're not planned. They're just kind of random, and that's kind of the great thing about it. Usually, the kind of spur of the moment thing is what you end up remembering the most. So I don't have anything planned, but I'm guessing with my group of friends and who's going to be around, that I'm sure there'll be some good memories. Yeah, so that's been done already, right? So someone's going to try to top that somehow, I think.
What does it fall into, like inviting, whether it's teammates or players on other teams that you're friends with? I mean, where do you fall into that category? Because some guys won't go, right? Because they haven't won.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a delicate thing, and I think it's just if you're close to guys and you know them well enough, you know which guys are more interested in attending than others. So I think that's just kind of a personal thing, and you just kind of make that call on your own. But someone like Nate, I think he'll end up being there. I'm not sure if he'll be taking pictures beside it, but he'll be there, and I think that. When it comes to that, I think it's all kind of preference. But as far as teammates on Pittsburgh, most guys just got home. I'm sure they're going to be staying put. They probably won't be coming, but we've had a lot of time to celebrate together, so it's been okay.
What do you think of the under 21 team in the World Cup? Speaking of Canada and others, is that North America looking interesting as an opponent?
They look really good. They've got a ton of speed. A lot of skill. They're going to be a tough team to play against. You look at their lineup and how well all those young guys have done. Early on in their career, it's pretty impressive. So I think right away they jump out as being a pretty competitive team.
We'll take 2 more questions.
Talk a little bit about representing Cole Harbour and how important it is to get people to come here and sort of see where you came from, and also maybe generate some money from your money here locally. Is that important to you at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to come back here just because this is a place that had such a great influence, for me growing up, and for so many people. I think like I said, the guys who didn't necessarily move on to play in the NHL, but the friends, the group of people I grew up with, I know that the people in this community had a huge impact on where they are today. So the great thing is a lot of those people are still involved in the community now. So, and there's people who are out on the ice right now helping out. So I think that's pretty special. You've got some of the same coaches, same volunteers that have been there for a very long time, and I think that's pretty unique and tells you, kind of what kind of community this is. So I think that's probably the best and the biggest part about having it here.
You talked about community a lot. You've got quite a team around you now, off the ice. And how different is it coming back? Like, can you just walk around Cole Harbour?
I didn't really walk around Cole Harbour that much anyway. I was either at the rink or on my street. So I walked to school, that was about it. But I think that, just being surrounded by, the people that you're close to, and I think there's a certain comfort level there. And, whether it's coming back to this area or, just spending time with all those people, wherever, I think that just, you're home, regardless if it's right here in Cole Harbour or somewhere else. So, that's the best part about it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Those are fine. Oh, they're yours anyway.
Sorry. Hey guys, come on.
How you going?